All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream tonight. Sorry about that delay. Had a minor malfunction getting the cartography working, but it is looking fresh and all set up. Joining me tonight is RandomTask. He's the captain for Average Joe's up in Division A East. That's the same division as me, so a lot of fun to have him here with me tonight. RandomTask, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Just a good Friday. You know, done the work week.
Yeah.
Watch some, commentate some hots.
I feel you on the work week, man. It's always nice being done with that. Waiting to see if these teams are ready. Can you make kicks drafter? I sure can. All right, there we go. Does that look good now? Okay, teams are ready. Let's hop into the draft. There it is.
I guess this is Skyarch.
Yeah, this is Skyarch selection. I think we're having a little bit of Discord lag, but they did pick this map. I'll go through the bans here. Skyarch won the coin toss. They decided to ban out Braxis. First pick Nova banned out Volskaya. And then here's our first map of the night picked by Team Skyarch. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen, and map number 2 will be Infernal Shrines. So it's
They're both two macro. Yeah, they're both two macro-oriented maps, so we're gonna get some. Infernal Shrines is a little more large-scale team fight. Tomb's a little bit, you know, more rotation or both the heavy macro maps. So team's got to be on. Get a garage first win. That's pretty standard.
yeah, I love seeing Garage banned away. He's got so much utility in fights as a tank. He's probably the top tier tank at the moment. A lot of teams are running it, and if you're a team that doesn't run it, appreciate that, host Jason. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's so good. Tell us about him.
Well, Garage lifts people up and puts them down in another spot. But the thing about him is now, especially with like people don't realize, he's more broken now than he was before his rework. Because he's got that little bit of extra health. He's got a lot more CC now. He's hard to lock down because he has Indomitable. And he's just the wall basically. So it's really hard to get around him. He can peel. He's got a good heroic.
Oh yeah.
He's got good poke actually, kind of for a tank because he can risk Q. The level 1 talent, you know, does a lot of damage over time. So he's by far the best tank right now. Keeping him out makes a lot of other tanks viable actually, so we might see some other.
All right, hold on a sec. Getting word that you're a little bit low. I'm gonna turn you up. Should be better now.
No, sorry, I pulled out my mic.
No. I think it was me. I had you maybe a little bit low on my voice panel. It looks like you're in the spot now. I think you should be good.
All right, so we've got first big mouth. We got Thrall.
This
Somebody
is
did high prioritization.
yeah. This is a really early Thrall.
I actually like Thrall. I think he's underrated, especially in the solo lane now. The people are starting to go Echo. I don't know if you've been watching.
Yep.
A lot of HEC Europe, but.
So if you don't know about Team Skyarch, Random, and also all you in Twitch chat, these guys love playing some funky ass shit, and Thrall early is honestly no surprise to me. They have a player on their team who loves playing the hero, and they want to be able to play stuff that's kind of off meta to throw these teams on the back foot. And I think having this Thrall early is something that they might have discussed this week heading into the match. Paired with the Tassadar though, I don't think I saw that one coming.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but maybe they're holding. I mean, there's a few picks you can get with the Tassadar, like the Hanzo's usually pretty good, or the Tracer. Kind of leaves it open a little bit. Tassadar is pretty good on this level. His wave clear is going to be good. His vision control is really strong on this level, so I don't mind prioritizing him early on this level.
Cool. Yeah, Leoric, I love having this hero. His wave clear is tremendous. He can dominate a bottom lane against a lot of heroes, and more frequently, especially when you're seeing heroes like Blaze or Sonya or like a Dahaka or like any of these heroes that like playing the solo lane, Leoric has pretty good matchups into a lot of them. And especially in lanes where he can stay in them and continue to fight. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing that Felty here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, because he's going to have plenty of time to hang out in lanes.
onto Felty. I think that they're probably gonna go.
You think it's consume vitality?
Yeah, probably, because they're gonna be generally so close. I think that vitality gets a lot more value when he's isolated from everyone else, but this level's so small that, you know, you literally could be engaging in the beginning of the game as a solo laner.
Yeah, I agree with that too. ETC and Hanzo bans.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So the ETC ban, I might expect I would actually really like a Diablo from Skyarch. Combos really well with Thrall.
Yeah.
The Earthquake in the APOC. I'm going to say that I've run that before.
And especially if you go wall build with Tassadar, you have an extra wall bang spot for Diablo.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be absolutely
really
nasty.
like a Diablo pick up here.
Yeah, both casters are picking Diablo right here.
Yeah. They could go Stukov. I would say a little hesitant on the Stukov until you kind of see what their whole team is. They might save the support pick for last at this point.
All right, so Tychus. Okay. Is this gonna be Diablo? That's the question here. Rhaegar. So they take their.
They're gonna save it.
Yeah, they take their healer. I don't know. I don't know. You still could have gone to a Stukov there. It was available. They go with the Rhaegar. They do get a cleanse.
I think holding. They do get a cleanse. There's not really much hard CC right now at the moment. Kind of scares me if they kind of go maybe first pick Nova could go into like a Tyrael maybe.
Yeah.
Entomb sanctification could be deadly here.
Yeah, that could be pretty dirty. They could even go for a Diablo themselves to kind of take it away, but Tychus, the only way Tychus is doing much damage is if he's sitting on top of roots from Thrall right now, or maybe with that Force Wall later on at level 10. He's got to find a way to keep his minigun in range to do any sort of damage. I don't know what they're gonna do with this tank pick, but yeah, I think it's got to be the Diablo for them. Varian, this is an interesting pick. And a Gul'dan, that's going to be a lot of wave clear now for first pick Nova.
Very, very much. I don't think Skyarch's wave clear is bad though. They got the Tassadar, they have the Tychus. Rhaegar is pretty. Obviously, still going to be better for the camp clear. Is also going to be a lot better for first pick Nova with the Greymane. But yeah, the very.
What is this?
Main tank Dahaka.
What is this?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I've seen similar stuff to this. So Tempo Storm ran a lot of comps with. They ran one comp where the only warrior was Dahaka, but they also had. It was like a kill comp that had like Kerrigan and Ragnaros, but I've never seen anything like this.
Oh my god. All right, so game number 1 about to start. I think we both agree we like the draft from first pick Nova a bit better. They're playing more of those meta heroes. A little interesting having the variant. I'm excited to see this, but overall the wave clear they have, the lockdown they have, and the finishing potential from Greymane is just going to be tremendous for them.
I would say that I don't really like the variant pick as much here. Like generally, I like the variant pick into a specific target that you want to kill, like a Genji or Tracer or something, and you have a lot of blow up. I think they have some, but not a huge. But I still think overall they have the cooldown with the wave clear. Greymane can take the camps.
Yeah.
Leoric scales really well on this level, and they have the mouth, which it's mouth, so he's always good. I don't see Skyarch's win condition per se. Like maybe they'll show me.
We'll find out. You want to introduce the team on the left for us?
All right, so we have first pick Nova on the left, the blue team. We have Mongoose playing the variant. We have Party Boy Corey on Leor, Kix on Malfurion, Larson, Gul'dan, and Jet on Greymane.
And on the right-hand side, we have Team Skyarch. Samsonite gonna play the Rhaegar, M58 Gogan on the Tychus, Touch of Chaos playing Dahaka as a main tank. We have Womack on the Thrall, and the captain. This is his team. It's Skyarch on Tassadar.
So let's see what kind of strategy we got going on here. Everyone's gonna go to the mid.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see the rotations be won by the Gul'dan team. First pick Nova. I think Gul'dan's wave clear is just way better than anything Skyarch has right now. And they have to play really safe, having only a Dahaka as their tank. It's not going to be a lot of peel for them. Like, they just don't have it. So if they start getting caught, they're going to be relying a lot on Tassadar and his shielding to keep people alive. And actually, look at this. Looks like, yeah, he's just going straight bot lane. So there will be no tank in the format.
Detected.
Yeah, throw and crash lightning.
All right, so yeah, we'll see how this works. It's just a double support, no tank in the 4-man.
Who needs a tank, right?
You don't need no stinking tank. All right, so here at mid, as predicted, first pick Nova leading the way on these rotations right now, and they're about at least a half wave ahead, almost a full wave, because that top's already down before Skyarch is even showing up at all. The XP lead is very minimal, but you can see that it is slightly in the favor currently of first pick Nova.
It's very the same.
Yeah, looking at bot lane, looks like Dahaka got pushed out by Leoric, had the Hearth, and now he's coming back, working on a pretty low health Leoric there, but he's not gonna be able to do too much yet.
I mean, I will say that lane is not too bad for Dahaka. We might get a kill.
Yeah. That was a pretty good job. Jet jumping on with the Greymane, able to lock down the kill onto Rhaegar. And it was so close. M58 Gogan playing that Tychus right now was very close to getting the kill onto Mongoose, the Varian player, but didn't have quite enough damage there to lock it down.
Yeah, they were very close, but I think it was great.
Level 4 picked up, and that means Varian is now a real tank. He picks up Taunt at level 4 to pair with his Overpower at level 1. He's going full tank build as projected, and now's the time that you got to start paying attention to this boy, because if he gets too close, he's going to lock you down, and the follow-up from Greymane and Gul'dan is going to be considerable. What are your thoughts on that little pairing there?
Which pairing? The Greymane,
yeah, the Varian Greymane, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good burst damage.
Camp being taken away by first pick Nova on the left-hand side of the map. Those Knights will be pushing down the mid lane. On the bot side, we do see that Malfurion had to walk down here to help out Leoric, because Dahaka is actually doing a pretty good job up here in the solo lane. Back at mid, there is a fight breaking out. Not going to be quite enough damage. They do have spell armor from this Mage Knight here in the mid, so they're going to be a little bit more sturdy. And it's going to be Skyarch having to work furiously to clear away these Knights before they work down that mid wall.
Yeah, and like this comes back to the problem of basically Skyarch having no camp clear, and you know, first pick Nova has Greymane. Get to camp early. They can push real hard. They actually have really good siege. They got Gul'dan and Greymane, two of the best siegers in the game.
Absolutely.
I'd say Gul'dan's a little bit lower until he fully gets his E stacks, but Greymane obviously notoriously good at pushing.
So both teams.
I mean, honestly,
I was gonna say both teams right now, they have the gems to turn in, and I think Leoric's the one who's really looking to get his 3 in, but they're doing a good job on the bot side keeping an eye on him. And then up top we see Greymane sitting with 3 as well, so it's really close right now for first pick Nova. We'll see if either of these teams let up the goaltending, but right now it's a fight on top and bottom of the spider turn-in spots here.
Yeah, I mean, this is where Tassadar becomes really helpful if he can constantly keep the vision up. I mean, Skyarch does have some pretty good pokes, some pretty good stall. They got Tassadar, you know, Psystorm. They have the grenade, Thrall, Chain Lightning.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. We do have Crash Lightning at 1 from Thrall. He's at 4 out of his 30 stacks right now. Doing all he can, but there's so many minions on this map that sometimes he can get difficult. I'd love to see him try to prioritize getting that Q off around these turn-in points where they're stacking up.
Yeah, Thrall did get a bunch of gems turned into the top, so
Oh,
now we
only
only
one
need
left.
just one more turn in from. Yeah.
So, Party Boy Corey, the Leoric player, trying to get it, but there is Tassadar with a little bit of side damage dropping down on him, so making sure that neither team will be able to cap yet until the top side there. Looks like Jet, the Greymane player, was able to get his gems in, so it's gonna be Blue Web Weavers first. They have, I'd say, about a 3/4 level lead right now, and with these Web Weavers falling, that level lead will get extended quite possibly all the way to level 10 at 8.5. If they get a few more of these wall structures down, that will be enough to put them onto their heroic talents here.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna be tough. I mean, I think their clear is not quite enough to come for the fact that the other team, you know, First Pick Nova has really good push.
Yeah, really good. And pushing up top right now is Greymane. He's working down that fort, and all of Skyarch is still hanging out mid. Full vision is available there for First Pick Nova, and that's going to be a free fort for them. And the level 10 heroics are being picked up as we speak. We'll take a look at how they want to move, but I'd expect to see the Entomb. Would you? Yeah, I think it has to be go for the throat here. The Cursed Bullet's not really going to do too much. Yeah, it's go for the throat. T-Dream and of course Horrify.
Dahaka's a one target. He can burrow it, so it's really no point, you know. Although, I mean, there is merit to just taunt Cursed Bullet. You get that pretty quickly.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
really depends.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh,
I mean,
what a great
that's-
Entomb on Dahaka
besides-
bot side. You see that? Oh, almost took Dahaka out there with an Entomb. Jet wasn't quite close enough to finish it off, but they did chunk down Dahaka enough to make him go back to base, get some health. He'll dig back here. He's actually digging top and turning in his 11 gems. See if Mouth can scout this with a Moonfire. He doesn't. It's going to be Red Web Weavers, Touch of Chaos, getting in the last one needed for Team Skyarch, and now it's time to equalize here. They're still down heroic talents, but having these Web Weavers will help them tremendously, Random.
Descend, my daughters. Descend and destroy the building.
Can I get you there?
Yeah, it looks like we might be having some problems. I saw you DC from game. Are you back in? All right, so jumping there onto Dahaka, the Horrify was well played. They pick up the only tank here, and now it's a double kill as Thrall falls as well. A 2-for-0 during the enemy Web Weavers, but you have to notice that Team Skyarch still does not have their level 10s online, so very heads up commitment into that fight, and with the 10s just now being picked up, there's plenty of opportunity for First Pick Nova to rotate around this map, clear out the remaining Web Weavers. You have Greymane up top and the 4-man stacked on the mid side. They're barely going to lose any structures. Bot wall still intact. Mid wall lost the 2 towers, but the actual wall itself is standing. And top, they lost the wall, but no big deal because they are almost level 13 now after those kills and all that XP advantage they just took on the map there.
Yeah, they barely lost.
Deliver the gems to my altar.
However, it looks like Skyarch is going to start getting some gems in quickly. They do see Leoric, who's holding
Probably went
a lot here. 25 gems being held that he's going to have to back out with that Wraith Walk to make sure he doesn't lose those gems. And Skyarch is going to be just 3 gems away? 3 gems away right now from getting a second turn in back-to-back here, but they don't have them on hand. They got to find them, and they're going to find them here at mid. Thrall is going to pick up the 3 gems they need, but can he find his way to a turning point? It looks like Dahaka is going to try to zone for him here on the bot side. Varian waiting in the shadows for him. Will Womack be able to click these in? Looks like First Pick Nova is keen to what's going on here, and they will advance. They find a route onto Dahaka. He has to burrow down. He's starting to back away. Greymane working on the backside, but they're not going to take this engagement. They want to play this slow. They know they have all the gems. Leoric has 25 and Varian holding 23. That's almost all they need right now. A taunt coming out onto Dahaka. He's getting bursted down quickly. Go for the throat, picking up the kill. And that's going to be another one for First Pick Nova now. 4-0. Looking for more here, but they lose Leoric and 25
Leoric got
gems.
melted.
absolutely melted. Womack working on the backside. The Crash Lightning doing damage. The Earthquake was so good that it slowed down everyone there. But they do lose 3. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of first pick Nova, and they now have an opportunity to get their gems in.
Yeah. I'm kind of impressed with how that, yeah, it was still a bad fight.
Yeah, Skyarch, they stole a bit of the thunder there. They were down the talent tier. They found the fight. I think the Earthquake was so good, and Thrall was just harassing the backside the whole time. It was unfortunate that the Haka fell so early in there, because it would have been great to have a little more of his damage in the fight, especially seeing that he's going into the Hero Stalker Symbiosis build. So he's going to have a lot of W damage in this game. Just has to survive the initial burst, it looks like. Alright, blue web weavers down. There's a taunt and a quick cleanse onto Thrall there, and it will be a fort being destroyed. The web weaver is very healthy, and with the Gul'dan here, it's just nearly impossible to survive this onslaught. Bot side, we do see Leoric getting down that fort as well, so all 3 of the front structures will be destroyed for Team Skyarch. And now is the back wall being worked on. A great Horrify. Gonna single out Rhaegar, pick up the kill. And without a healer right now, this is definitely an opportunity for first pick Nova to work down a keep here.
Yeah, Leoric working on the bot lane right now. And we have the top lane cleared up by Dehaka. He's going to be able to burrow in. Maybe they're going to try to get this Leoric here. And, you know, he just Wraith walks out. Oh,
Wraith walks into a tongue, though, and now he's in trouble because you do have Thrall here. He does have a root possibly to finish this, and they do get it. That's 17 gems dropped by Leoric. But on the top side, knowing that the Spider was being killed last in the bot lane, we do have first pick Nova jumping onto this boss.
Yeah, so this boss is going to be taken and going to, you know, push back some of this turn-in that Skyarch's going to get.
Yeah, this turn-in is a no doubt turn-in when you commit that hard to the boss, and Leoric was down. No one was able to goaltend. The Haka ends up getting the final 2 gems in. However, as mentioned, Skyarch is going to have to drop back, clear this boss, because they can't afford to lose a keep. It's only 12 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, and being down, the structures are already down, is bad enough, but losing a keep would almost all but finish this game for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they exactly have to clear it, because the web weaver is going to take it down a little bit, but yeah, get pushed in the mid lane too. Leoric's going to get the clear on the bot. They're going to rotate up, clear the top, and I mean, they're still really far pushed out.
Yeah, the push back is so far, but it will play into their favor if they decide to move into a more turtling defense build here. With Leoric being so split, they might even be able to afford to take this fight right now. They are not on even talents, but they want to find a way back into this game, and I suppose fighting behind this web weaver is their only play right now. Looks like they're just gonna keep looking for 16. They're just so far behind right now.
And I don't know how I missed this, but Rhaegar went into Bloodlust. I don't know if you mentioned that.
I did not mention that. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's actually perhaps why they were able to survive that fight. Did we even see Bloodlust go off in there? I don't think I did.
I wasn't paying attention.
I thought it was mostly the Earthquake, but maybe it is also that Bloodlust we saw in there that was helping. Nonetheless, I'd expect to see more of it coming out the next team fight, and we will see how effective it actually is. They do get a double camp here. They took their Knights, followed by their Siege. Greymane is revealed now, since the Web Weavers have been spawned, that he is on this camp. Will Skyarch move in? Looks like they're not going to take that risk. Still down the talent tier.
And I mean, actually, Skyarch has a pretty good setup here with 2 camps pushing in some of the lanes, and then they're going to be able to just go to the top. So this might not be too bad for them if they do this pretty effectively.
Yeah, getting down this top I think is important for them. The boss already did a lot on that wall. The mid too. I mean, they have no towers on any of these walls right now, so any sort of push still up the talent tiers right now by first pick Nova is going to be a keep. I don't see how they can defend this, and if they lose a hero, it could even be 2 or 3 or possibly game here.
No, yeah, this is a.
The Wet Blast missed the keep there though. Yeah, they gotta make the play. They're waiting for 16, but I don't think they can wait because there's the Entomb and the Fear. The Earthquake does come out. I don't think Rhaegar was able to use the Bloodlust to any sort of advantage, but we do see it out right now. It's on the Tassadar, but he's not able to do enough to finish any of these heroes off. Now Rhaegar running for his life, uses a chain at the last moment, but falls. That's Greymane finishing off the healer, and first pick Nova on the course. Shielding is down 90% right now. I don't think there's a way to stop this. Webweaver is now here as well, Random.
No, this skip.
GG, game number 1 going over to first pick Nova.
I'm a little disappointed they didn't first pick Nova, but I'll forgive them for that with the decent comp and strategy that they had going into this game. You know, they played the macro game really well. They rotated between the lanes. They got the camps. Sometimes that's all you need to do to win this level.
Sometimes
get gems, get
that
camps.
is all that's needed, man. You got the turn-ins and you had the siege. I think the Gul'dan pressure was more than enough to beat that comp from Skyarch. The corruption build did its job. And let me...
And, you know, the problem with Skyarch's comp is they have Tychus, and they really have no way to get value from him. They have no mini tank.
Yeah,
so
just not enough lockdown to keep the minigun locked in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they could get him... They could get some lockdown on Varian.
Yep.
Was Torkin one of their guys?
I don't know who that is. Honestly, he invited me. I don't know. But we're going to take a short 4-minute break. Twitch, hang with us. We will be right back. And thank you for being here tonight.
Okay.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. We have teams in the lobby. I'm gonna check if they're ready right now, and we will be heading into Infernal Shrines after seeing first pick Nova absolutely desolate Team Skyarch in game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Thoughts on game number 1 were just so one-sided. Random task.
Yeah, there was, I think, kind of one at draft.
Yeah, exactly. For me too. I think the draft was just so much better. I didn't set the draft settings. My bad. There we go. Sorry, fam. Okay, looks good now. Let's see if these teams are ready. Appreciate.
Yeah, we'll
that,
see if they
mongoose.
decide to pick a tank this time.
Yeah, I think no tank and having a double support is really rough right now in this meta. Once Kix is our drafter. Ay, okay, got it.
Yeah, they just. I mean, the Tassadar probably really just gets no value because they don't really have the good auto attack heroes.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like the Tracer or the Hanzo are usually the two biggest targets that we see most of the time.
All right, so here we are. It's Infernal Shrines. It's draft number 2. And what do you like on Infernal Shrines, Random Task?
Well, it's gonna be a lot different than Tomb of the Spider Queen because it's mostly about. It's gonna be the same kind of stuff with macro, wave clear and stuff, but it's mostly about controlling the shrine. So
Yeah.
a lot of picks that would come out here that you wouldn't see very often, like Alexstrasza or Ragnaros, could be really strong. I mean, if you're playing an HGC, maybe you go Gazlo Probrius.
Oh my god, that match today was sick.
Chokeall.
No, I think it's fun. Those teams, they didn't really have much on the line. They're just like, let's have some fun. These viewers want to see this stuff. Plus, they get to bump up some win percentages on some weird heroes.
All right, so they bankrolled in. Don't want to deal with that.
Super smart.
Yeah, it's kind of high priority, but maybe they don't want to deal with it.
And it forces now first pick Nova to decide into either banning the Phoenix or the Maiev, which are highly contested heroes. Although we did see Maiev go all the way through that draft last game, I believe. Wasn't banned or picked.
This should be a level I would prioritize Maiev less on because it's tight corners and she can kind of get messed up if you're not careful.
Stukov is also the ban who I don't think we saw appear in the last draft either.
No, but he's a lot better at this level.
Yeah, much better, much better. First pick here, it's Team Skyarch, and they do have an opportunity to move into that Phoenix if they want to. He is very highly contested, and if they don't take him here, I would not be surprised to see first pick Nova, first pick a Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because Phoenix is not as good as people think he is. However, Blaze first. I don't mind Blaze on this level. The clear is pretty good, defensive abilities. He controls the space well. But I was gonna say Phoenix is kind of good on this level because he has really good shrine clear with the with his W.
Yeah, absolutely.
The button bomb. So
he does. Having the Blaze though for Skyarch might limit the opportunity for them to go into the Purification Salvo because the bunker does negate that damage very well. So we'll see if they still want to go that. They could, of course, go into something a little memeier. They could do some Planet Cracker, maybe. You see people hop in a bunker and you just hold the Planet Cracker for them to pop out.
Yeah, everyone on the next schoolhouse knows that I'm a Planet Cracker. I favor the Planet Cracker. Like, I think that it's underrated.
I think it's really underrated. There's so much cool stuff you can do with it. If you get something like a Tyrael with a Judgment and you just throw the Planet Cracker after, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I actually think that its single target damage is underrated, and the fact that you can use it across the screen. I don't know. Anyway.
They take the Thrall away from Team Skyarch here, which might be a little bit of respect here because the Thrall played really well game number 1 for Skyarch and not wanting to play against it again. I don't know if you get the greatest value out of Crash Lightning here because of all the monkeys in the pit. There's really never a good spot to get that Crash Lightning off.
Yeah, but you know what does get value is
that Echo.
Earthquake.
Oh yeah.
Earthquake into Purification Salvo.
That is true as well.
Yeah, and Echo, like I said, Echo I think is the way to go now. Play him in solo lane. You just get a lot of stacks, and you just have no cooldowns.
Yeah, and having 2 late game, if you pair it with the slow later on, it's so oppressive and it's really hard to escape. Arthas is the pick as the main tank, so they will have a beefier front line here in game number 2. Skyarch possibly learning their lesson, and they're looking to play a bit more macro based here. Is Arthas your answer for a Thrall and a Phoenix though?
No. I say that because Phoenix can kite Arthas extremely easily. He has no hard CC, which means that he can just kind of warp out of everything.
Yeah, totally agree about that. Blaze is going to be one of the main interrupts right now for the warp, which playing a solo lane isn't going to be available.
I mean, I'm going to say this again. I think they should have taken Diablo, but...
I don't disagree either. I think Diablo has a real good place in this map. If he stays in the 4-man rotation, he's going to have plenty of souls. Of course, having the APOC is just a fight turner.
Yeah, and like I said, what I didn't finish about is one of Phoenix's biggest weaknesses is hard engage. He kind of loses a lot of value. If you can knock him out of warp cooldown, he's basically dead. And he doesn't really have many, burst damage or, get off me moves. It's basically you warp in and warp out, and if you don't get the warp out, you die.
Yeah, totally agree about that.
Now, the thing about Phoenix is that he's the kiting king, so Arthas just sitting in his queues is just gonna, get shred for days. And like I said, I think I would have liked a little bit harder engager tank, but we'll see. Maybe they might be able to make it up. You can one counter I find for Phoenix is Maiev, I think, a little bit, the hard engage, the displacement. So maybe that's all they need for that.
The bans are going to be Jaina and Alexstrasza. I actually like the Alexstrasza ban here because of her potential to just win any sort of shrine fight, push the other team off, and you just have to respect the dragon at all times. And Cleansing Flame is another one of those tools that can keep an entire team alive and finish off some of those sneaky kills on the backside.
Yeah, Alexstrasza this is a map that you really can pick her on. She's very niche. But this is basically her niche.
Yeah, this is definitely her map. If you are watching at home and you're not playing Alexstrasza on Infernal Shrines, give it a try, because you'll find out that she has, like I said, some of the best turning potential on those shrine fights, and it's just way too spooky having that dragon in your face at all times.
Yep.
So, what healer are you picking up here if you first pick Nova?
I would save it, yeah. I was gonna say I'd see the damage first. They go with the Joanna Greymane. It's kind of interesting that they go with the Greymane here, but I guess it's a comfort pick for them probably.
Yeah. So Thrall or Greymane in the solo lane up against Blaze?
Now you see, I actually think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's just really the question. Do they want the Thrall or do they want the Greymane? I think either would work up against Blaze pretty well.
Thrall's gonna go in the solo lane, I would think. Or Greymane could, maybe. Who knows? But I was gonna say this could be an opportunity for Skyarch to really pick up some strong wave clear in this next rotation and just kind of zone them out. I think that's what they have the potential to do. So maybe
Kael'thas, maybe they need a mage can pair well with
knowing
Arthas.
me, I love the Junkrat. Everyone knows that.
Okay, yeah, I can see a Junkrat.
Right, but I mean maybe Hanzo, Tychus. This is a really good Tychus map. Getting to Odin later would help a lot. Lunar or Kel'Thuzad, not what I expected.
Okay, yeah, Kel'Thuzad is one of the most interesting heroes in the game, especially out of the mage slot. He is a go big or go home sort of mage. If he's not connecting early, it's going to be a lot of trouble for them to keep him being of any sort of effect in the game. So it's so dependent on a player's skill level when you're playing a Kel'Thuzad.
Lucio. Okay, well, you run into the problem of getting blown up immediately when you have the Lucio into the Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's my pick. His burst healing is not the greatest. The barrier's really good if he sees that someone's getting singled out by a chain, but I don't know how he stops the just quick burst damage from Kel'Thuzad here. I don't know, and especially if a mouth root is on it and Lunar is ticking in damage. They have a really strong lockdown comp here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I think the logic is that most of their damage is pretty much sustained. The Kel'Thuzad is the only burst damage they have in their team. They have a really slow front line, so kind of just moving him around. You have Joanna, who has, you know, her trait, which can avoid, you know, the chains, and Phoenix can kind of avoid the chains by phasing out. So maybe they're just saying, we just want to we want to sustain through the fights. We want to avoid the Lunara damage. Now, maybe the thing about the Lunara pick is that once the game goes on later, when you get unfair advantage with the Arthas, if Arthas is able to stick on people, he's going to have more trouble doing that into a Lucio now. That's the one thing I'll say. But if he does, you know, the unfair advantage value gets pretty high. But like I said before, I never, like, honestly, first pick Nova just wins the Shrine.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think their Shrine comp is so much better. The Greymane alone, and a Thrall, if they throw the Earthquake, like you said, it's just going to be like really dangerous to be standing in there at all if you're Skyarch.
It might not be that bad. This is a really this is a lot better comp drafted by Skyarch. They do have some good Shrine control with Arthas and Blaze. They have the Malfurion, which always helps, you know. And I just think they could have picked up I actually think if they'd picked up a little bit more clear with their assassins, I think that I would actually favor them a little bit. But this is just a toss-up for me right now.
Yeah, it really could go either way. I think depending on how well Skyarch can play Kel'Thuzad is going to determine a lot in the chance at winning for Team Skyarch here.
Yeah. If they're able to get the lockdown with the Kel'Thuzad combo, I think that it could spell trouble for basically anyone besides Joanna on that team. But if they catch Joanna without her trait too, she's very susceptible to the Kel'Thuzad. You know, she's not that great into ability damage.
Absolutely. We finally loaded in, but we did have someone disconnect during the load-in, so we're going to take ourselves back over to the webcam screen here for a moment and hang out until we see Jet, the Greymane player, reconnect. Looks like players are saying he's reconnecting right now. Man, I don't even know what to make of it because the match could go either way. I'm not convinced one side is necessarily better than the other. I think it's just a totally different style coming out from both of these teams.
Yeah. So let's take a look. Maybe we take a look at the other aspects besides the shrines. So on the left side, we have the Greymane for the camp clear. Phoenix, pretty good at clearing lanes, taking camps as well. They lack a little bit of the camp clear on Skyarch, which can really matter on this map because getting the camps on this map, being able to push through the objective, is really strong. However, I don't think they're necessarily lacking as much wave clear as they did in the last game. Kel'Thuzad with stacks later can be decent clear. Blaze is good clear. Arthas is not horrible for a tank, for main tank.
You want to introduce these guys on the left-hand side?
All right, so on team first pick Nova, we have Larson on the Phoenix, Mongoose on the Joanna, we have Kix on Lucio, Jet on Greymane, and we have Party Boy Corey on Thrall.
And on the right-hand side, we have Team Skyarch, Samsonite playing the Malfurion. We have M58 Gogan on the Blaze, Touch of Chaos playing Lunara, Womack playing Arthas, and the Captain, Skyarch, playing the Kel'Thuzad. Already at mid, Phoenix getting jumped on, has to warp back behind the wall. He's going to use his tap very early in his fight. Arthas playing so aggressive, falling to 33% health. Blaze doing a little bit of peel, and Skyarch, the Captain, already getting to work on his stacks right now. He's at 2 on his Master of the Cold Dark.
He probably could have gotten 2 more right there. They were pretty locked down hard.
Yeah, it looked like the, man, what's his free circle called? But it was so close to connecting on multiple members there. He definitely wanted to get that early.
Now we do have the echo of the elements on Thrall this time.
Yep, there it is. Echo in the solo lane. It's Party Boy Corey playing the Thrall this round. I definitely agree with you. I think Echo is pretty good. People were so hyped on Crash Lightning, which obviously is good, but like it's such like a late game ability, and Echo you can get done so early, and on a map like Infernal Shrines, when you want to push the early advantage, there's a huge cause for wanting to be in the Echo build.
Yeah, and like I said before, it boils down to a lot of his traits revolve around his Frostwolf resilience and the ability to reset that and having more Qs. Else.
Here's an invade coming out right now by first pick Nova. Lucio standing on the point along with them. There's Greymane leaping in. Can they find any kills here? Womack still not here on Arthas. And Samsonite, the first one to fall, that's Malfurion. And the camp steal is successful. First pick Nova getting it done. Lucio with the scouting, and what a play there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly surprised he didn't get wrecked, but the Arthas was a little slow to rotate there, but it was a good play. Ends up played by first pick Nova.
And now it's Skyarch in trouble. 35 health. Escapes behind the wall. Uses a tap. He's going to try to show back up because Womack stuck out in lane, and Phoenix applying the slows with his laser. Womack survives as well, and already it's been pretty scary. They're taking it to the throat here, so to speak, with the Greymane for first pick Nova right now.
Yeah, and you can see some of the towers in the mid. Oh, we have Kel'Thuzad dead.
Yeah, a bit greedy, checking the bush, and they were just waiting for someone to walk through there. Would have liked to see it tested with a Q maybe. I'm very unfortunate there. Losing the second member of the game is Team Skyarch. And first Shrine's activating. It's at mid, and it's going to be the Arcane Punisher coming this time.
Yeah, and this becomes a point where I think first pick Nova could, could snowball. They already have a level lead almost.
Yeah, a level lead, and the 7s are going to be huge to pick up this early. They're leaving Thrall in lane top to try to soak that 7, and they're putting just the Greymane and the Phoenix in here for the clear. I think this is fine. They still see Arthas on the bottom. Of course, Blaze was revealed up top. It looks like all the members from Skyarch are trying to get in here because they know they got to take this fight before 7. Here they come. Womack on the flanking side. Will he hit a Howling Blast? There's Phoenix warping back. He's safe, and Womack is split from his team. Jet propulsion forward was from Blaze, but didn't connect onto anything. Neither did the Roots or Malfurion. So this is a very slow starting fight for Skyarch, and not finding anything quite yet. Womack is so low, he can't move in, and he's playing all the way back, but they need their tank right now. And falling first is going to be the healer. Malfurion down once again for the second time in this game, and that is going to be a Punisher for first pick Nova, and level 7s picked up here.
Yeah, they should have backed out. I don't know if they should have fought into that. They were a little spread out. Arthas is kind of sitting in an island.
Was sitting back. Womack, the Arthas player, was trying to find something early in the fight, didn't find it, and he took so much damage from Phoenix. And giving up this Punisher is not what they wanted, but it's not going to get this fort down, I don't think, especially if Blaze can keep his clear on these minions. I don't think it gets the fort down.
I think the fort's dead.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
it is going to fall.
Yeah.
And the bot side wall getting sieged on hard now too by these 4 members.
Yeah, it's a very good rotation by first pick Nova to, as soon as they realize the Punisher's value has, worn out, they go over down and get the bot wall. And if this spawns bot, that's going to be a huge advantage.
Oh yeah.
The next Punisher.
We'll find out momentarily where the next one will be spawning. Working on this camp again. They lost a fight here earlier in the game. Oh, actually, sorry. This is first pick Nova taking it, and they steal it. Wow, very heads up play, seeing that they were clearing bot and took that camp away from them.
Yeah, it is going to spawn top.
Top, yeah, that's it's going to play into the favor a bit more for Team Skyarch, but look at these levels right now. 9.5 for first pick Nova. They're well on their way to getting 10s before the shrine spawns, and I would fully expect them to have it online before that even happens.
Yeah, they're gonna get level 10 before that. I don't think. I think that. They're gonna make an aggressive play. They're
Yeah,
gonna get
this Thrall is 100% dead. Roots are gonna miss. Will the Howling Blast connect? It does, and the stuns all coming out from Skyarch there. They get the kill on Thrall, and now it's time to start finding some XP on this map because they're a level and a half away from 10s, and 10s are just picked up by first pick Nova. We see the Blessed Shield, we see the Barrier, we do see the Purification Salvo, Curse Bullet, and Earthquake.
Right. So pretty standard. Curse Bullet is kind of iffy to me. even though they do have a big front line, it's just like the bunker.
Yeah, totally agree. You can get Cursed Bulleted if you're Blaze and not worry too much about it. Malf doesn't have the greatest of burst healing though, so that's something we have to keep in mind. So if they find the Cursed Bullet into the Purification Salvo and a lot of damage from the Thrall, most of these members are going to be struggling to stay alive. We'll see. We do have an opportunity for a Tranquility in this match. I don't know if they'd want it, but the healing might be an issue because some of these targets are kind of squishy, Lunara and Kel'Thuzad, and there's a big subdue right there onto the back line. They don't find enough of the damage. Thrall trying to lock him down. Now the Earthquake comes out and the Purification Salvo. No kills, and that was, I believe, 3 or 4 ultimates used right there. The only thing left is Barrier, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was a lot of cooldowns, not much to no effect. You know, I don't know about using all of them. The 100-second cooldown on Earthquake. Purification Salvo is not too bad. Comes it back 75 seconds. And there goes Lunara.
Yeah, Lunara picked off by the huge slow there by Johanna, and the damage came out. I'm very surprised Skyarch wanted to take this fight and not look around the map for their level 10 abilities. They lost 2 there. Now it's 5-1 in the kill count. Yeah, first pick Nova moved on to the Shrine. Phoenix doing a great job with his laser build, clearing these out quickly. And there's not too much Skyarch can do. They still don't have 10s. They even have Khazra Camp pushing onto them in the bot side, so they have to send Blaze on there to respond to it. He's going to be responsible for finding the level 10s here, and they have to find a way to engage us, and it's got to be with that Blaze in hand. So we'll see if he works his way back up here.
I'm just not sure they can contest this, so
yeah, far too late.
What they're
now.
gonna probably have to do is Blaze is gonna clear that bot lane, clear the mid lane, and they're gonna have to come up, defend this. They do have the wall there still.
Womack pushing forward on Arthas. There is going to be the huge damage burst out by the Kel'Thuzad. Was not enough for the kill, and he dies. The captain, Skyarch, falls right before this Frozen Punisher is going to leap over the wall. This is going to be level 13s without a doubt for first pick Nova. They're so close. They just got to get down this tower, and I expect them to have it. They have the wall pushed down. They're pushing forward. Cursed Bullet onto the Arthas. He's going to fall. That's a 2-for-1 now in this exchange, and a little bit of an advantage. Possibly going to work down this mid keep here, RandomTask.
Yeah, this is really bad. They already have a town tier advantage right now. This Punisher has half health. They're going to be able to get this keep wall down for sure. And Joanna just is going to trade out right there. I was a little scared there for a second, but yeah. How's he doing on those stacks? 19. It's just, you know, it's not enough by this point.
Yeah, he's got to start working on closing it out. He's died a couple times. They do end up saving their keep here, but at the expense of that keep wall. Yeah, you're right. They absolutely need to find Skyarch a way to finish his stacks off. He's still 11 away from completing it, and without his damage, there's not enough threat in their composition to do anything to this team. There's going to be a chain. Will he find the other one? He does not. The Khazras are stolen for a 3rd time in this game by first pick Nova, and they have opportunity to get all 3 camps here if they want, but they're going to keep some members and apply pressure here on the bot side with this minion wave spawning. They want to get this well down because that would mean there's no taps available for this next shrine that's going to spawn here on the bottom side.
Yeah, it would be really nice to get the wall for them. I think they're going to be able to push it in. They also don't want to give Kel'Thuzad stacks though, so they might not push into this too hard. They could rotate to the top lane, try to get that bruiser camp, which is what I would recommend. The opponent's bruiser camp. Yeah,
the invade on the bruiser camp would be great. They're looking for a fight here though. Blaze with a 2-man stun. The bunker comes out and a huge 4-man blast off there by Kel'Thuzad, but look at the Purification Salvo and that Earthquake. All the damage coming out, being blocked by the spike. Kel'Thuzad blocked in 2 of his members with that spike there. They do end up getting the kill on Johanna, but at the cost of Blaze and Arthas. So all of the tanks dead right now for both sides.
Yeah, for a second there, I was actually thinking that Skyarch could get a pretty good engage there. However, I just didn't see the damage follow-up. You know.
Yeah, now 25 out of 30 for Kel'Thuzad, so a little bit closer. That fight certainly helped him, but losing 2 more kills
if he had his
there.
stacks there would have been 2 people dead in the beginning of that fight, in my
Absolutely. Yeah, his Shadow Fissure was good at connecting on 4 members. The barrier had to be used kind of early. If they maybe backed off or used the bunker a little more to the advantage there, might have helped. But the Earthquake was so good on locking members back into that chokehold, and they're all able to finish it off with his Echo being completed.
Yeah, the bunker was actually placed pretty well. They were all able to get into it and avoid the purification salvo. So I think that would have been really bad if they got hit by that. They would have both probably died. But yeah, I just feel like maybe there wasn't enough focus fire on the front line or something. I actually feel like they had a chance during that fight.
So they will have a chance at a fight, but it's only going to be about 10 or 15 seconds. Level 13s are picked up, and if they want an even talent fight, now is the moment for them. Will they find it? I don't think they will, because First Pick Nova has been playing so smart this entire game. They're going to find their level 16s here on this mid wave, and that's going to mean moving into this next shrine that they're going to have another talent tier advantage. Dropping the spike is Kel'Thuzad. It only connects onto Johanna. She has Iron Skin to get away. The Howling Blast also being used, not able to lock her down when she's unstoppable.
Yeah, so that happened. Gonna have to find a way. Let's see, how many stacks is he at now?
He's at 28. The Shadow Fissure is good, but they lose him so fast. He falls, and so does Malfurion. These are the heroes that we continue to see dying in this game. They're not able to stay alive. This pressure that they can apply with the Greymane and the Thrall on the backside is just too much to handle. And yeah, looking at this, it's 3 deaths for Kel'Thuzad, Arthas, and Malfurion so far in the game. The Siege Camp stolen for the 4th time, and they can only have to commit 1 onto this shrine now. They can leave the others to push lanes out here.
Yes, they can. I would probably try to go for the spot fort so that this Punisher pushes right to the keep.
And that looks exactly like what they're going to do. Larson here on the Phoenix is going to do a ton of single target damage. The Greymane not available because he's in the shrine, but they don't need him because that fort is down quickly. The only hero responding so far right now is Lunara. Touch of Chaos here to show up. Here's the rest of Team Skyarch. Will they make a desperation play into the shrine? I don't think they will, because 32 already picked up, and might be all she wrote for this shrine here. They're going to get another camp on the back end of it as well. They're holding at 39. Very patient play here from First Pick Nova. And it looks like they might even go for the bottom camp. They will. And this is a double siege play along with the Punisher about to run down the lanes of Team Skyarch.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to deal with this. They don't have the wave. Let's see where Kel'Thuzad's at. He's at 28 stacks. He gets 1 more chain. He's got a stacks. But it might be a little bit too late. A little too little too late, as they would say.
Khazra is pushing along with the Mortar Punisher. This one is deadly, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if they can bait it over the wall, and there it is. Blaze baiting. It's going to put the stun onto Arthas, and Blaze, it's whacking down the front line by a lot. The sidewall is down. There's the cursed bullet onto Arthas. Will it be enough for this purification salvo to get the kill? It is. Arthas falls first. Wasn't able to use his army, and Blaze is next to fall. Make it a 2-for-0 so far. Mortar Punisher still very healthy, working down this bot keep, and Skyarch is very low. We do see that the Blight has been completed by Kel'Thuzad, but will it be enough to put up a defense? Because this Mortar Punisher is now pushing on core, and so is First Pick Nova. They're looking for this 2-0 domination here in this game. There's the big blast off by Kel'Thuzad, but the core below 50% health and 4 members still alive. Can they find the damage? They will not be able to do it. GG, game number 2 going over to First Pick Nova.
Yep. That was domination right there.
Yeah, both games very convincing.
Yeah, they handled it very well, and I think that they just completely outdrafted their opponent and outplayed them.
So let's take a look at these stats really quick. We see Jet leading the way on the Greymane in game number 2. That cursed bullet getting him a ton of hero damage. And just finishing out these talents here, that spell shield at level 13 is so good on Thrall up against something like Kel'Thuzad. It just makes him like literally unkillable with that sort of combo that he wants to put out, because you get 1.5 seconds of being unstoppable to most of the damage that you're going to see from the abilities, and you just can't burst through that spirit shield.
I mean, it's a really niche tech choice there, because even into a lot of ability damage, you know, you kind of still see the what's it called? You know, his trait talent at that level, because it kind of helps him get ancestral wrath talent stacks, and you know, with the mana tide reducing the cooldowns. But yeah, into a Kel'Thuzad where literally their win condition is bursting you down with a bunch of spells, I can understand.
All right, random task. You want to join me over on the NGS Discord? We're going to do an interview with Mongoose, the captain from First Pick Nova.
Got it.
All right, I am here. Let's just wait to see if we can find Mr. Mongoose. Maybe I will put it on this screen. All right, that works. Looks like he is on the way. Twitch chat, let me know what you thought of that set. Did it go how you expected it to go? Let us know, Twitch chat. Hey, Mongoose, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How you guys doing? I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just wanted to make sure you knew I was around.
Oh, no. Glad to have you. And I gotta say, right off the bat, a very dominant 2-game set there over Team Skyarch.
Yeah, that one felt good because we're Chair League refugees like a lot of the other teams. So the last Chair League season ended like in October. So when we debuted last week, the rust was definitely apparent. And so this is our first 2-0, so we're feeling pretty good and happy to be moving in the right direction.
Heck yeah, definitely well played. There wasn't much really anything bad to say about it. It was dominant in both matches, and really just more meta picks came out from your side. Is that something your team likes to focus down in the drafts, is just taking stuff that you know is meta and make it work and win the games with it, or?
I don't know if we're aware of who the meta choices are, and I think that affects the order in which we take certain heroes, but we're not necessarily married to the meta, and that's after our 2-0-2 losses last week. That's one of the things we were kind of discussing internally. It was like, I think some of our picks from when we were playing really well last season have fallen out of the meta. I mean, I looked at the heroes that have come out since then, and it's like, Maiev and Alex and, who is the most recent one?
Phoenix.
Yeah. And there's like 5 or 6 heroes that have come out since we were last playing competitively. So the meta's like completely shifted. And I think we kind of fell off of the heroes that we were successful with trying to adjust to the meta. And I think we kind of overcorrected with the meta shift. So I think there's a fine line between picking the heroes your team is good with and comfortable on, while also playing within the meta, because you can't pick a bunch of niche heroes and just let the other team get all of the meta heroes. The meta heroes are meta for a reason. So it's definitely a line between choosing those comfortable heroes and staying within the meta as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. So let me know your thoughts. How's the competition in NGS so far compared to what you faced up against in Chair League?
Well, in Chair League 2 seasons ago, we were in Division 2 Chair League, and we went like 1-9, and it was terrible. And we really, like, between the 2 seasons, we were like religious about playing a few times a week, and we bumped down a division. And last year we had a spectacular season in Chair League and won our division. The competition, I think the teams are probably a little better overall, and the community and the organization has been top notch. I've been nothing but thoroughly impressed with with NGS, and
Awesome.
I do a
Glad to
little,
hear that
I do
as a moderator. I really appreciate hearing comments like that from you guys.
Well, yeah, and I do a little casting too, the caster support, because I am terrible at all those overlays and all of those things that you guys provide. So having that provided is just out of this world cool. So we're all stoked, and we're like, well, even if Chair League starts back up again, we're not going back, because we're so happy and blown away with the community, and not just you guys, but the community generally. The community is so great. Everyone's so fun. Where everyone's invested and competitive without being kind of over the top about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, there's so many great people that just love the game of HOTS. They love playing competitively, and they love just helping people out, like you see with the caster community that we have here, and all the captains and the camaraderie that they show between each other. RandomTask, you're here on the interview as well. You have anything to ask Mongoose here?
So what do you guys think you're gonna do to adjust to? You said the competition is a little tougher here. What do you guys think you have to do to adjust moving forward with this win?
That's a really good question. I think I still don't think we're playing at the level I know we're capable of playing as a team. I think that's mostly a reflection of the layoff. Even when you scrim and do team league, it's not quite the
New
same
follower
as when you're
detected.
in a league like this. It kind of sharpens your pencil to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a matter of making sure both our spoken and unspoken synergy is focused, not dividing damage. I in my opinion, the number one difference that I've seen as we've both climbed the ladder and played against better teams is when we were kind of in the lower divisions, we were able to really, once we got comfortable with it, isolate out and blow somebody up pretty easily. But the positioning is so much better, and that is so much harder to do, and the window you have with which to do that is so much smaller. I think that's really the difference between the teams that just become good and the ones that become really good, is not only being able to identify that really narrow window of opportunity you have to kill somebody, but executing as a team within that small window as well. And I think that's where we're not at yet. And that's what I want us to get better on.
All right, I have a really serious question for you.
All right.
When are you gonna pick Nova first?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that to a team, because it's pretty BM,
So I have another question. Who's better? First pick Nova or first pick Gazlo GG AFK?
I saw that team. I was cracking up. We're gonna have to scrim and find out. I haven't had a chance to watch them.
Oh, please do that, please.
I think. Wait, no, our team doesn't play them this week. Next week.
I do want to say thank you to a couple follows that came in there during the match. Ogle the Great.
Oh yeah, that's my teammate.
Yeah, we had Osteel followed, and just recently was Party Boy Corey, who played the solo lane there for first pick Nova. Before we let you go, Mongoose, I want to give you an opportunity to get some shout outs. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Well, first shout out, Osteel is actually one of our teammates who just wasn't on the roster today. So he was checking us out and seeing how we were doing. He was actually texted me in the middle of that. So thanks to Andrew and being available. One of our guys was running a little late, so he was ready to jump in there in case we needed it. And just the NGS guys, man, the community, the casters, the mods, everyone's great. And thanks to you guys for casting. It's one of the most fun things of being involved in a rec league like this, is having your game casted. You get to feel a little bit semi-pro, and that's always fun.
Yeah, feel a little special for the night.
For sure.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this stream here, but you will be able to see me later on this evening in about 40 minutes, as I'm going to be casting Team Skyarch once again up against Roll1 Esports, and joining me on the commentary table is going to be Jason. So actually, excuse me, it starts at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, so it's 70 minutes, not 40 minutes. However, right back here, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you to RandomTask for hosting tonight with me, and thank you to Mongoose, the captain from First Pick Nova, for joining me on this interview. That's it, and we will see you guys next time.